keep happening.
We are live.
Excellent. Good evening. Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order. It is 5:32 p.m. This is the School Naming Committee on Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. And item 1.02, roll call. Marianne, will you go ahead and do roll call for the committee?
Absolutely. Victor Sherbandi.
Here.
Okay. Lisa Loader.
Here.
Carly Lott was not going to be here today. Marianne Caduti here. Allison Castro. Renee Martin.
Present.
Clene Cook.
Here.
Christiana Frank.
Here.
Alejandro Mejia.
Here.
Okay. Frank Perez.
Present.
And Scott Benton.
I'm here.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Item 1.03, public comment. Due to the current state of emergency declared by the governor, members of the public wishing to make public comment about an item not specifically addressed elsewhere in the agenda must submit their comments via email at schoolnaming@washoschools.net. Any public comments received will be forwarded to the School Naming Committee for its consideration consistent with the emergency provision noticed above. Jen, do we have any general public comment received?
No, we don't.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, item 1.04, action to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
This is Frank. I second.
All right, so we had a first, I believe, by Alejandro and a second by Frank. Is there any discussion? Great. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. All right, item 2.01, discussion and possible action to approve the minutes from the February 5th, 2020 School Naming Committee meeting. Is there any discussion on the approval of or adoption of the minutes from the last meeting?
I move to adopt the minutes from the last meeting.
Okay, that was Renee.
Marianne Caduti, second.
Great, thank you very much. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, thank you. Motion passes to approve the minutes from the February 5th, 2020 School Naming Committee meeting. Item 2.02, discussion and possible action on semi-finalist name submissions for the new elementary school in the Cold Springs area. Samantha, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
That is me. Sounds good. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. Elementary school in Cold Springs. So we opened up a survey in February 7th after our last school naming committee meeting. It was open from February 7th to February 24th. And we sent it via connected to families in the North Valleys. We shared on social media. We had a little video that we shared on social media that featured Marianne and her son, who's going to be a first grader, I think, at the new school, to try to get some excitement from people to fill out the survey to vote. And I think it worked because we've got 6,271 responses, which is amazing. So here I have the breakdown, and you have the full survey results in the packet. So you should have had an opportunity to look at those, and those are also posted online for the public to see. But you can see the breakdown, a large percentage, 1,000 students, about 1,700 family members of students, and then quite a few community members, about 2,300 and 511 staff members. And in the survey, we just asked them one question, which is what should WCSD name the new elementary school in Cold Springs? So we did not ask them. I know in the past we've asked kind of ranking. This time we just asked them, what would you like your name to be? So the results are pretty straightforward and clear. A large percentage, you can see 2,952 for Michael Inskeep Elementary, 716 for Cold Springs Elementary School. I won't read off all the numbers, but you can look at them here and kind of see the breakdown. And again, the full percentage or the full survey results are in your packet. So you all know what's next. We've done this before with several other school names. Narrow the list down to the top 3 finalists to recommend it to the Board of Trustees for their final selection. That's all I have for the presentation. So I will turn it back over to Clane to lead you all in a discussion. And then when you're ready to kind of tally up the scores, I think how we've done it in the past is I'll pull up an Excel spreadsheet. Each committee member can take their top 3 choices. The first place would get 3 points, second place would get 2 points, first place would get 1 point, and we'll tally that up and we'll see what the scores are. So I'll turn it back to you, Clane.
Great, thank you, Samantha. Do we want to see if there's any public comment before we start our discussion?
Okay, so we do have a few names to read off that submitted public comment, and those names are Haley Rasmussen Ball, Brian Leone, James Tucker, Marie Benincasa, Tori Dunlap, Sherry War, Helena Inskeep, Beck Marco, and Michelle Butler. And that's it.
And those were the emails already provided to us, Jen?
That's correct.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. All right, so committee members, let's go ahead and open it up for discussion about the survey results and your possible thoughts on the 3 finalists we want to forward to the Board of Trustees. Who would like to go first? Go ahead, Scott.
I just have a question. Do we have to forward 3 names, Sam, or can we not forward 3 names?
I believe, let me check the agenda title. I believe it says forward no more than 3 names.
It says no more than 3 names.
Yeah.
You can send 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Marianne, did you want to speak?
Yeah, just since this is kind of my home turf, as I've said before. So, I mean, obviously it's a landslide in terms of the public opinion for Inskeep. My other thoughts are that if we go just by number of votes, the 3rd place is Cold Springs Elementary, which I honestly think is going to be very redundant with having the middle school right here as well. It's literally a couple blocks away. So it just might get confusing with parents distinguishing which school their kids go to. And we have had some recent community members voice that Freedom Hill is important to them because of what's going on with the COVID-19 situation and how, you know, we have a stronger sense of community and how it should be representative of our little valley in our home, and the school is placed right under the hill, which is we call Freedom Hill. So I think that one, if we're going to go simply by number of votes, I would like Freedom Hill to be third, in my opinion. And Sessions Wheeler, I understand that got the second number of votes. So at this point, I kind of feel Inskeep needs to be first, just because how can you argue it?
Great, thank you very much. Ooh, anyone else? Okay, I'll go ahead and just kind of say a little bit similar to what Marianne said. First, it was great to see so much input. Hopefully that's indicative of people feeling like we're listening to them either through the surveys or the emails and the public process we've had in the past. This many votes is just outstanding. And so it's great to see that kind of support from the community. I have to agree a little bit that I think Cold Springs Elementary School would be confusing. And there was a lot of input in the emails and the survey results that we saw. So, but I kind of had a favoring of White Lake just because that was really the second geographical location that had the highest votes. And there was a lot of really good comments about the White Lake, the meaning for the residents out there. So I think another geographical one in lieu of Cold Springs, not to ignore what a lot of people said in the voting, but they were very close by about 500 or 50, I'm sorry. But nonetheless, I think the first two have a lot of support. Michael Inskeep, it's undeniable his impact out there. I don't think there was one thing that was even close to being negative, and all of the input we received, he just sounds like an amazing man, and what a terrible loss. And then certainly Sessions Wheeler, we've been considering him for quite a while. So those would be my top two, and then White Lake would be my third. Thank you. Any other committee members want to?
Hi, Clenny. This is Frank.
Oh, thank you, Frank.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Marianne, thank you for your feedback. So my top three, I guess, would be Mr. Mike Winskeep, Mr. Michael Lansbury, and I had Battleborn, but I have no issue switching that one out with Freedom Hill. You said you're from out there, and that's something that's significant to the area. That's important.
Thank you, Frank.
Hi,
Any
Clinic.
other discussion?
Hi, Clinic. It's
Oh,
Renee
yeah.
Martin. Can you hear me? Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Michael Inskeep and Sessions and Cold Springs as my top three, going with the community survey. I have no problem also switching them out for either Freedom Hill, or I also like the White Lake Elementary idea. I do, though, want to bring up that Ann Carlson and Sessions Wheeler. I know Ann didn't get a lot of traction here, but her and Sessions have been in our top for a really, really long time. I mean, what are we on, year 4 or year 3 of this group? I forget. But just I'm hoping her group can get back out there and, try and get some more votes for her next time.
Good comments. Thank you. Anybody have any other thoughts they'd like to share? Yes, Christiana, I'm sorry.
It's okay. This is Christiana Frank for the record. I'm going to be just kind of mirroring some of the things that everyone said, but just the honoring of these great people that have served our community, and then definitely going with the community. On board with the Michael Inskeep and then Session Wheeler in that order. And then the White Lake and Freedom Hill, kind of wrestling with that idea at the end, but I really like the idea of White Lake because I think that's more of a monument that is known outside of Cold Springs community versus Freedom Hill. I just only started hearing about that, but that could just be me not hearing it. So the White Lake seems to be a spot that is recognizable for out there.
Right. Thank you. Is anybody, or Sam, do we want to do our rankings if there's no other input from the committee?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can. Should I pull up that document?
Sure.
Okay, you all see this? See the Excel document now? Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So how we did it in the past, as I said, it's 3 points for your first place choice, 2 points for your second place choice, and then 1 point for your third place choice. So we can go in the order of your names here, or if somebody is ready, or if you need more time, or Victor, your name is first on this list. Are you
I'm ready to go, Samantha.
ready? Do you want to start, or do you need more time?
I'm good to go. And I would concur with my colleague Christina Frank in regards to White Lake, which I would rank first. So 3 points to White Lake. I would give 2 points to Freedom Hill and 1 point to Michael Inskeep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you ready, Lisa?
Yep, I'm ready. And the last name is Loader.
I always do that, don't I? Oh my gosh. One day it's going to get in my brain. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. 3 points for Michael Inskeep. 2 points for Sessions Wheeler. And 2 points for White Lake Elementary School.
Wait, you mean 1 point?
I mean, 1 point, yeah. I'm
Okay.
trying to sneak in another point. No, it was a
I know.
mistake. Sorry.
So that's correct. Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. Carly's not here, so just close that one down. Marianne, are you ready?
Yeah. 3 points for Inskeep. 2 points for White Lake. And 1 for Freedom Hill.
Okay. I think Allison is not here either. So Renee.
3 points for Inskeep. I have 2 for Sessions Wheeler. And 1 for White Lake.
Okay, Clene. Do you want to go now, or you want to go last
Nope.
as the chair?
Nope, I'm good. I'm the same as Renee. So 3 points for Inskeep, 2 points for Session Wheeler, and 1 point for White Lake. Thank you.
Christiana, are you ready?
I am ready. 3 points for Michael Inskeep, 2 points for Session Wheeler, and 1 point for White Lake Elementary.
Alejandro, you ready?
Yeah, I'll do 3 points for White Lake, 2 points for Michael Inskeep, and 1 point for Freedom Hill.
Okay, Frank.
Yes, I'll do 3 points for Michael Winskeep, 2 points for Michael Lansbury, and then 1 point for Freedom Hill.
And Scott, last but not least.
3 points for Michael Inskeep, 2 points for Sessions Wheeler, and 1 point for White Lake.
That look right to everyone.
Yes.
All right. Sorry. I'm very slow with Excel. I'm not as fast as Riley was, clearly. I think we can, hold on, let's start that again. I think we can kind of guess the scores based on looking at it here. What's going to be? Oh, that's something else. All right, and that's a long. Okay, does that look right to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so just reviewing what you did there, Sam. Michael Inskeep had a total of 24 points. Second was White Lake Elementary School with 13, and Sessions Wheeler Elementary School with 10. Is there any discussion or thoughts around the points and totals?
No, but I'm ready to make a motion if you're willing to accept them.
Of course.
I move that we move the three names forward in the order of Michael Inskeep, White Lake Elementary, and Sessions Wheeler to the Board of Trustees.
That
This
was
is
Scott Benton. Thank you.
This is Frank. I second that motion.
All right, Frank, second. Any discussion? Okay. Is all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. All right. So that motion passes. Thank you, Scott and Frank. So that's the completion of 2.02. Agenda item 3.01, announcement of next meeting. That meeting has not yet been determined. Sam, do you want to say anything about that? No?
No, this is probably our last, well, this is our last meeting of this year, so it's been great. Good
The
work,
last-
you guys.
Yeah, sorry, the last one this school year, correct?
Right, correct.
Right. Excellent. Yes. Thank you all. It's been great experience, and we named a lot of really, really great schools. So thank you. All right.
Clay, speaking of which, now might be a good time to brief the committee on what happened last night since you're headed into public comment.
Thank you, Neil. Yes. I don't know if any of you followed along last night. Last night was the Board of Trustees meeting in which we had, with your help, made two recommendations. The first one was that we kept the AACT as named, that we did not rename it. And if you recall, we received a vote. We went out for a survey and voting, and that was not at all acceptable to those that participated in the survey. So there will be no renaming of AACT. And then second was our recommendation to name the CTE at the current HUG location after Debbie Smith. And after great discussion with our Board of Trustees, that did pass 4-3. So thank you all. One of the comments made by several of the Board of Trustees is how much they value the process and what we've given them. And I think in all cases, they've accepted our recommendation. So they were very appreciative of this group and everything that we've done. They were also very appreciative of the public and everybody who's participated in these processes. So thank you. All right, agenda item 3.02, public comment. Jen, have we received any additional public comment?
We have not.
We have not. Okay. Well, I think this is the fastest meeting ever. It is 5:56 and Item 3.03 would be adjourn. Do I need a motion to adjourn? Yes? Do I need a motion to adjourn? Or we
Yes.
adjourn? Okay, thank you, Neil. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Lisa Loader, motion to adjourn.
Renee Martin, I second.
All right, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Excellent. Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all so much. Please be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And keep being
everyone.
everybody.